To reduce the stress you feel across the day, you actually need to regulate your nervous system. Routine helps you do this. That morning routine could include practices like you may think that you don't need anyone. You're able to do whatever you want on your own. Great. Also though, that's going to keep you in survival. If you do not have quality sleep, you do not have quality in your life. Sleep, who you sleep with, how you sleep, what you sleep on, all of that matters. The healing only happens in the sleep. There's 126 symptoms that just learning to breathe through your nose disappear. One of them includes sleep apnea and also, welcome to Life by 8, your blueprint for designing your ultimate life. I'm Rebecca Grugan, your architect on this journey to building a life fully lived. Using our 8 pillars to human wellness framework, we'll explore how to transform your everyday from ordinary to extraordinary. So let's go. Let's talk about changing your habits. And I want to start today about the fact that your habits actually create your reality. What you do consciously and unconsciously is leading to the life that you have. The life that you want requires you to change those habits. And so this podcast is about the 8 daily habits that will change your life. Establishing a morning and night routine can help you transform your life quickly. And to reduce the stress you feel across the day, you actually need to regulate your nervous system, and routine helps you do this. You need to be able to connect and communicate with others better and find more time to do what you love. That's what you want. And so routine helps you do that. Whether it's the routine that you do in the morning, I also talk about doing a routine in the evening to set you up for the next day, because the good day, the quality of the next day starts the night before. And so routine helps you create this. And so some of the daily habits I'm going to go through today are going to help you create a routine that's unique for you, because it's important for it to be yours. The research shows it's not about just following exactly what a successful entrepreneur has done in their routine to the T. It's the fact that all of those successful entrepreneurs have a routine, but that routine is for them. And some of those successful entrepreneurs, it's not about a morning routine. It's the fact that they're going to the gym at 11 p.m. because that works best for them. Getting yourself a routine helps you have consistency and discipline, which is where success comes from. And your ability to know yourself enough and have that awareness means that those routines and those habits that you instill in yourself can actually be for you, not for others. And so some of these suggestions are just suggestions. You don't have to do all of these 8. You can if you want to, if it works for you. And I'm all about things that work for you. So starting that day with a consistent morning routine sets a positive tone, and it creates a belief that you are someone who gets things done. You actually become that person. It's no longer a belief. So that morning routine could include practices like meditation, journaling, movement exercise, or simply enjoying a healthy breakfast. And an evening routine can help your nervous system wind down after the day. That day that you've had may have put you into sympathetic, and your night routine may help you go into parasympathetic. That's important. It's important for deep, restful sleep, which is absolutely the number one thing I recommend when it comes to regulating that nervous system. So the routine you have before you go to sleep, or try to go to sleep for many of you, is important to help you perform at your absolute best each and every day. So the 8 daily habits that we're going to go through today that can help you change your life. Journaling. So journaling and writing down your thoughts can help you process them more efficiently. Look at them from a different perspective with less emotion attached to them. Because what you're doing when you're journaling is you're actually transferring the energy that you're feeling within onto paper. You can also cultivate gratitude by taking a few moments to reflect on the day and the things that you're grateful for. This habit can shift your focus towards positivity and improve overall well-being in all areas of your life, in all 8 pillars. I love journaling personally because what it does for me is it helps me make sense of what can sometimes feel like a mind that goes a million miles an hour. And so when I'm journaling, I am just spitting out whatever's coming, but because I'm in the act of writing, it slows me down. And that's actually what I want, and that's what I love about the process. But it allows me to then read back what I've written and to be able to see things from a different perspective rather than when I was just hearing it in my own head. And so journaling or writing down or a gratitude journal, whatever it is for you, can be a habit that really can help you go through a reflective process. And I recommend you can either do that in the morning or the afternoon, like evening, or you can do it both, whatever works for you. But reflection is important. It's a tool of being which allows you to be in the feminine energy more often, which, as you've heard potentially in previous episodes, and if you haven't, go and listen to that one about masculine and feminine energy, because it's extremely potent when it comes to daily habits, because you work out the doing and the being and what you need specifically for your energy blueprint. Another tip, moving your body. And so I've said it multiple times in the past about the fact that it's about movement that you enjoy, movement that is for you, not a specific type. It's just allowing yourself to move, making that physical activity a daily habit, whether that is a workout at the gym, a morning run or yoga or a brisk walk. Exercise and movement not only improves physical health, but it also boosts your mood and your energy levels. It is a key component to helping you regulate your nervous system. And so much of the quality of your life comes down to your regulated nervous system, to your window of tolerance, to the capacity you have to hold whatever it is that you actually desire and want. So movement, key component of that. Eat well and eat enough. This is something that I learned a few years ago when I went through my own physical health journey and realized that I wasn't eating enough. I thought that I was eating quite well. I had a lot of salads. I was basically a meat and 3 veg person, and I thought I was eating well, but what I learned was I wasn't actually eating enough. And then in the process of going through that lesson and that learning is I actually learned how many women don't actually eat enough food. And so if you're not eating enough, you don't have enough energy, your body goes into survival mode and will hold on to the calories because it doesn't know when it's getting fed next. And so all of a sudden, you're like, why am I not losing weight? Why am I getting bigger? It's because your body is in survival. And so when you actually understand and can make sense of what is enough for you and for your body and for your goals, it's easier for you to be able to prioritize those nutritious meals and the snacks throughout the day. Fueling your body with balanced nutrition supports overall health, energy levels, and your capacity to handle things and have mental clarity. Undereating is it's almost like 4 in 5 women that I meet at the gym go through a process and realize that they're undereating. And so if eating and your diet is something that you're not 100% across or aware of what your macros should be for you or could be for you, then reach out to somebody who is an expert in this field, whether that's a naturopath, a nutritionist, a dietitian, whatever it is that works for you. But the knowledge by seeking out the knowledge of what you need, you can then shift what you are eating and what you are choosing to suit you, your body type, your exercise levels, your movement, and you can actually be optimally living at that optimal version of yourself. After I did that challenge, I just want to share a story here, is that after I did that challenge, I then did a challenge again, but I did it on maintenance because I couldn't get around the mindfuck of now I have to eat more, and if I eat more, I'm not going to lose weight. It was the best thing I've done. So many people they'll do the challenge to lose the weight, but then they don't actually do the work to understand what maintenance looks like. And so what I'm really proud of myself is that I was able to lose the 19 kilos, but then by doing the maintenance, I was able to have the support, which is why I love personal trainers, which is why I love having coaches in my corner and hiring experts for things, because it allows me to use their knowledge and their skill base to learn something new and to actually those changes that I've made get to become a lifelong transformation, not just a short-term one. And so yes, I went into calorie deficit and I lost the 19 kilos over a short period of time, but then the maintenance challenge straight after allowed me to understand and have somebody I could bounce off when I was going, what the fuck do you mean I have to eat more to maintain I'm so used to thinking you have to eat less to lose. And so going through that process allowed me to maintain it. And I have maintained that for the last 2 years. And so that 4 A's that I've spoken about previously, if it comes into your awareness, you acknowledge it, accept it, and take action, it allows you to look at things micro and make those shifts. So the transformations are not about like, I want to look this way. Get really specific with it. And for you, it might be understanding what the optimal amount of food is for you. Mindfulness or meditation. So mindfulness or meditation practices in your day, whether it's multiple times a day, whether it's just when you wake up, whether it's just before you go to bed. It helps you cultivate present moment awareness, to be in the present moment. It's something that so many of my clients talk about wanting more of, especially if they're parents. They want to be more present with their children. They want to be more present with their partner. Meditation, mindfulness allows you to practice doing that, practice being in the present moment without the expectation of the wife or the child who's sitting in front of you. Meditation allows you to be with yourself. And for many people, they're running away from themselves. And so allowing meditation or mindfulness to be in your daily habits allows you to practice that skill, helps you reduce stress, and enhance your mental resilience. And when you can do that and when you can be in the present moment, you transform all of the relationships around you. You feel great. And the reason you feel less stressed is because you realize all you have is right this moment. Continual learning and growth. The reason I'm so passionate about education from first breath to last is because we want to have the ability and the love to keep learning. Because it's in that learning where we get growth, in the uncomfortable that we have to feel in the things that we are taking on and becoming aware of. When we're continually learning something new each and every day, it means that we're continually growing. And the universe wants progress. Most of us want progress. Many of us get feelings of frustration and anger when we feel stuck. Having a love of learning and incorporating it into your everyday allows you to feel like you are progressing. And so if you can dedicate time to learning something new each day, whether that's reading a book, listening to podcasts like this one, or taking an online course, continuous learning fosters personal development. It means that you are continually progressing towards a better version of you. And it helps keep your mind engaged. And in our daily 8, we speak into reading 8 pages a day. And the reason we do this is because, one, we love the number 8, life by 8, but it also makes the goal achievable. And very rarely do people actually stop at the 8 pages. In Atomic Habits, which is an incredible book if you haven't read it, it's all about becoming the person you want to be. And so the habit might be, if you're wanting to be somebody who goes to the gym every day, it could be the act of getting dressed into your gym gear and walking through the door. Not worrying about the workout or what you're going to do there. It's about getting into the habit of doing that. But once you're through the door, you're likely to go and do the workout. It's allowing yourself to make this more achievable, the goal to feel like it's possible. And so when we talk about reading 8 pages a day, that allows people to hit the goal easily, but usually once you've done 8 pages, you want to keep going. And the intellectual pillar is key to your ability to earn. People say they want more money. Your ability to be open to continually learning, it allows you to have that ability to earn more and also to increase your impact on the world. Because knowledge is power. Hey, stop for a second. I know you're in the middle of building your life. If you want help with that, I can help you. Whether you join our Architect program where it's working with me one-on-one, or our Build group container, which absolutely has incredible value and will help you design and build that life faster. You can also join us to understand and design your energetic blueprint before there's a 1-day, 2-day event. You can join us there too. There is multiple different ways you can work with us at different investment points. We would love to have you there to help you get, design, and build the life that you want faster. You can see the links below. Feel free to reach out in any DM, in any social media platform. I would love to hear from you. Now, get back to building that life. Daily planning and goal setting. So set aside some time to plan your day and prioritize tasks. Setting achievable goals, i.e. the 8 pages, and breaking them down into actionable steps helps you to stay focused and productive. The thing is, so many of us need dopamine, where with the way that social media is and things, we want these quick hits. And so when you're setting your goals, making it small and achievable allows you to tick something off your list. I've been in workshops and worked with clients who've said, I've sometimes just written the goal after I've already done it so I can cross it off. The thing is that when you have these routines and when you start to put these daily habits in focus and you're setting these goals daily, you're getting more and more dopamine. You're getting more this sense of achievement that everything that you desire and want is possible. But if we set a goal as like to lose 20 kilos, but nothing in between, there is so much time between where you are now and where you want to be that the likelihood of you actually sticking and focusing to hitting that goal without any reward in between is highly unlikely. And so a recommendation when it comes to setting daily goals is to actually do it the night before so you can sleep well and wake up knowing what is on your plate for the day the next day. And so I know a lot of successful entrepreneurs and business owners who do this practice. Before they go to sleep, they'll actually write out what their goals are for the next day so that it's not on their mind, they're lying there, or that they're waking up going, oh, fuck, I've got to get through another day. They're going with this sense of confidence, this knowing of what's coming. And your nervous system almost prepares itself for whatever it is that's on your plate for that next day. Whereas if it doesn't know, it can stay in a heightened state because it's just waiting for the lion to jump out at you. Whereas if you start to process and program what is on your next day, your body can actually chill and it has that knowing, which is fundamental for that quality sleep. I talk about sleep a lot because so many people need more of it. Your nervous system to be regulated needs sleep so that it can heal and be ready to take on whatever challenges are in front of you the next day. And so when you can establish a consistent sleep schedule and prioritize getting enough restful sleep each night, you actually start to calm and allow yourself to be in a regulated state more often than not. Quality sleep is essential for that physical health, for your mental clarity and emotional well-being. Sleep is fundamental to everything. And so I speak a lot into clients, especially at the start of working with me, about their sleep hygiene. Is the room that they're sleeping in dark? Is the noise kept at a minimum? Are the phones charging outside of the bedroom? Is the temperature of the room cool? And if you wanted to go even deeper, are you willing to retrain yourself to breathe through your nose by doing some breath retraining? It's not easy, but it is life transformational. When you go back to your natural state of breathing, you sleep better. You're not waking up 2 or 3 times to go to the bathroom. Your irritable bowel syndrome. There's 126 symptoms that just learning to breathe through your nose disappear. And one of them includes sleep apnea and also insomnia. So if you're willing to, have a look into breath retraining, and it's something that we can help you with here at Life by 8 as well. A lot of people will tell me, like when I say about the phone being out of the room, they'll be like, oh, but I need it for the alarm. Okay, get an alarm clock. That just, its sole purpose is to be an alarm and put it out there. Oh, but that means another thing I need to have. Great. The problem is that what you're doing is when your phone is in your bedroom, not only is there an energy frequency happening and then they're like, oh, that's super woo-woo, but it's also habit-wise. If it's there, you're likely to pick it up. You're likely to pick it up and then because it's designed to keep scrolling. And so all of a sudden, 45 minutes, an hour later, you could have been sleeping, you've been scrolling, and yes, then some people tell me, oh, but I'm learning things. Okay, but what you're actually doing is putting your nervous system, you're waking it back up when what you're trying to do is shut it down. And so you can have all the excuses that you want, but one of the greatest things that I've ever done by putting my phone out of the bedroom, and I've tested it in different ways. I've tested it being in my bedroom but not right next to me. I've tested it having next to me but turning it off. The feeling I have, or the quality of sleep I have when it is not in my bedroom at all, it's not in comparison. And so you can come up with all the excuses, but you can also find the solutions. And if you want quality sleep, having your phone out of the bedroom is one of the biggest tips when it comes to sleep hygiene. That will transform everything. And if you've got children, it also models not having the phone in the bedroom, where a lot of bullying and a lot of mental health declining can happen, because bullying these days happens all the time online and kids never get a break from the kids from school. And so if I'm telling them not to have the camera in the bedroom because I don't want them to take naked pictures of themselves and all of those sort of things, the privacy of the room, if I'm asking them to do that, then I model that too. So there's lots of different reasons, but the number one is that you'll actually have quality sleep when you're not even tempted by having it there. And then the last one I want to talk about is social connection. I've mentioned before that we are herd animals. That means that we need other people. You may think that you don't need anyone and that you're like super solo and able to do whatever you want on your own. Great. Also, though, that's going to keep you in survival, because what you're actually seeking and what you're actually wanting is true connection. You want to have the ability and you want to be in relationships that are nurturing with your family, with friends, with the colleagues, the people you have to work with day in, day out. You want to spend time with people who bring beauty and love and joy to your life, not drain you. That social connection is important for in keeping you in that learning state, to have meaningful conversations, to feel deeply, and to offer each other support. Social connection contributes to happiness and a sense of belonging more than you will ever know. Here in Australia, in our early years framework, we talk about the sense of belonging. It is part of becoming who you are going to be. Being, belonging, becoming. And so that sense of belonging is ingrained in you. And so many of you are changing who you are to try to fit into somewhere rather than seek out connections where you belong. And when you feel like you actually truly belong somewhere, fully as yourself, there is nothing like it. When you think about someone positively, get into a habit of reaching out to them, letting them know that you are simply thinking of them. Because so many of us are so busy. We use this word busy and we're like, oh, we think of someone and we don't reach out. And it's like 6 months, 12 months, a year down the track. And we've thought about them, but we've not told them. And then they're like, oh, we see them at the shop and we're like, oh, do I need to avoid them or what do I do? The thing is, if you just simply think about someone, text them. Use socials to let them know. Because not only do you feel good when you do that, but for them to know that someone cares can literally and has saved lives. So open up your heart. You're having the thought for a reason. Allow yourself to communicate that to the person you're thinking about. Add it into your daily routine. When we talk about the daily 8 with Life by 8, we actually get you to text somebody every single day, somebody different. We make it part of practice because when you feel that connection, you no longer feel alone. And you start to realize what giving and receiving, what doing and being is, which helps you understand masculine and feminine energy even more. Look, routine doesn't have to be boring. I am somebody who loves spontaneity. I love things not being expected. But I'm also somebody who can see the value and craves routine. In the habits that I've mentioned earlier, you can change it up and you can add some color. I mean, you don't have to wear as much color as I'm wearing right now, but you can add color and depth to your life. You can change the type of movement that you're doing. You don't have to go and do the same class at the same time every single day. And if you are a female, I actually recommend that you look at movement that suits your menstrual cycle, the week that you're in, because there are some weeks where it's better for you to lift weights and some weeks where it's better for you to be doing yoga. You can even adapt your movement to that. And that can feel like it spices things up. You can change what you are eating. You can add where you eat to give you some color, to give you some depth, give you something different if that's what you're needing. It doesn't have to be boring. You can try new recipes if you're cooking. Like, it doesn't have to be the person who eats the tuna on the bread roll with the green apple every day for 25 years. I mean, if that works for you, cool story. But for many of us, we actually get dopamine, we actually get joy from doing things that are different and we learn something new. So sometimes it can be as simply as a new recipe that you try with the food that you're eating. And maybe it's that you reach out to someone different every single day. Routine does not have to be boring. And by changing and adding in whatever works for you and creating daily habits in your morning and evening routine, making sure that it fits you, your energy blueprint, and it works for you, that is where the magic is. There is no book, that you can read. There is no course that you can buy that is going to give you the exact answer for you, because you are unique. That's the part that you actually have to accept, that you are incredible, unique, and whole as you are. And so designing your life and designing your daily routine and having habits that work for you, that's where the magic in life lies. And the more you can do that, the more you can have. And it's not just something that you want, it's also all the things that you need. So let me know your thoughts. What habits have you tried? What works for you? What are some ideas that you have that might serve somebody in our community? Share them below. But I would love to know how your routines work for you, because I learn from you just as much as you learn from me. And if you need help with your routine, reach out. I'm always open to have a chat. Thanks for being here. Thank you for joining me living life by 8. If this episode hit home, brought value to you in any way, I would love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform too. And don't let your journey end here. Connect with me and my community at Rebecca Grugan on all social platforms. I look forward to going deeper with you on your journey.